Welcome to Sidelined Sports, where we give you an up-close and personal look at the teams, coaches, and athletes that make up the Columbia Basin. I'm host Sean Wells. Tonight, we see how Quincy soccer fared against Othello. We check in on Tiger baseball taking on the Huskies, and we see how Big Bend baseball matched up against Spokane. You're watching Sidelined Sports, and it starts now. Quincy soccer's on a hot streak in the CWAC Conference. The Jacks have won 7 games in a row and need a big performance to get by Othello. It was a big game in Quincy with the Jacks hosting Othello. The Jacks are undefeated in CWAC play and needed a win to stay tied for first with Grandview. A back-and-forth first half led to some chippy play. Both teams had chances but couldn't find the back of the net. In the second half, Quincy senior Daniel Contreras just missed a header from 5 yards out. But in second half stoppage time, Contreras made sure he didn't miss again. In a great display of footwork, the senior captain chipped the ball over the defender, leading to a one-bounce volley he crushed into the back of the net. Quincy knocks off Othello 1-0, setting up a showdown with Grandview for the conference title. With the start of CWAC playoffs just days away, e28s baseball stepping up their game. With a win, the Tigers could jump Othello in the standings.
e28s picked up a huge 6-5 extra inning win over Othello at home last night. The game was scoreless through 4 innings. Joey Millick led off the bottom of the second with a double, but the Tigers were unable to capitalize on the scoring opportunity. e28s got back-to-back singles to start the second, but errors on the base paths ended what looked to be a productive inning for the home team. Othello had a chance to blow things open with the bags full and 2 out in the top of the third. e28s starter John Schmidt was up for the challenge, getting Charlie Garza to chase a bad pitch and end the threat. The Huskies hung the first crooked numbers on the board. e28s tied it 3-3 in the home half of the 7th. Othello regained the lead with 2 in the top of the 9th. The Tigers answered back with 2 to send it to extra innings. e28s scored in the bottom of the 10th to win it. The win evens the Tigers' record at 8-8 in CWAC play with 2 games left to go in the regular season.
It was a big series for Viking baseball taking on Spokane. The Vikings had to top the Bigfoot to stay in the playoff race.
The Vikings' Rain Letkeman turned in an outstanding performance on the bump in Game 1. The Big Bend ace gave up just 1 unearned run off 3 hits while fanning 13 Bigfoot. Kyle Killian was solid at the dish with 2 singles and a triple in 4 at-bats. Spokane jumped all over Big Bend in the nightcap, taking the contest 12-5. The game was knotted 1-1 through 2 innings. The Bigfoot erupted for 6 runs in the third, sparked by a 2-run shot from Evan Douglas. Killian came up big again for the Vikings with 2 hits and 3 RBI. Caleb Price was tagged with the loss. Big Bend moves to 8-14 with the split.
There were a ton of great games throughout the week in the Columbia Basin. Let's take a look at scores from your favorite teams. Previous baseball results. e28s crushes Quincy 9-0. Warden sneaks by Riverside Christian 4-3. And Waterville gets by Soap Lake 8-2. Softball results. Warden crushes Mabton 11-0. Ephrata knocks off Wapato 10-0. Ephrata crushes Wapato again 14-0. Soccer results. Grandview sneaks by Quincy 1-0. Ephrata blanks Wapato 4-0. Royal beats Warden 4-2. Coming up after the break, we'll have our Pick 6 top plays of the week.